Now, if I have to make an example, a very simplistic example that will be demonstrative in its simplicity. So your psychological self or ego, it's like a tight knot, a tight fist. So like that. And that tight fist is composed with that processes of thought. Yeah, it's suppose that's all thoughts that gives the sense of density, the sense of substance. But that substance is illusory. The substance is simply there because we believe it is in it, because it's all the time there as a cloud in our mind. It's all the time there moving in our body. So it gives it some sense of reality. But that is completely illusory. It's like, the collection of energetic waves, a collection of processes, energetic, psychological processes that form a knot, a tight knot that you call the self, the ego. And that knot, you see, it's tight. So if I do that, do you think life flows there? Very simple. No, it does not flow, because a tight knot means contraction. There is no flow, no openness, no spaciousness. It's closed. It's closed in itself. It's self-protected shell. And that shell is guarded by what it wants, what it doesn't want. It's guarding itself all the time from pain. And all the psychological process happening underneath it, keeping it tight, it actually clashes with life. Because the tighter is the grip, the less there is flow. So the ego is the self-reflective mechanism that reflects on your past memory, on all that energetic lines of thoughts. It's reflecting on that, reflecting on the past, all the time reflecting on the past. And it's concerned with itself, of course. What will I get? So if I do this, what will I get? If I don't do this, will I be punished? So the considerations here, will I be punished or will I be rewarded? Will I lose or will I gain? That's all what the knot is concerned with. If I give, what's going to happen? What will I get back? So it's all the time that bartering, negotiations going on with life. Every movement is calculated for safety. Because a tight knot is driven fundamentally by fear. And fear's favorite instrument is control. So the tight knot of fear feeds on illusion of control. And control is completely illusory. It's just a thought in the mind that wants to have certainty. Based on that, processes, energetic thoughts that form the sense of self. So the certainty of, will I win? Will everything go my way? Will I get? Will I be rewarded? Or will I be punished? So, as you see, when you are in that contracted state, love affair becomes impossible with life and also with your partner. If you are talking in the relationship, because they are all linked. Imagine there are two knots, two people trying to have a relationship. Nothing will happen. Yeah, but temporarily, something temporarily will happen, the temporary attraction, but the knots will remain. So the knots will clash. Eventually they will clash. Or they will just stay together and grow apart in indifference and boredom, as many do. So the self-consideration, the constant process of self-consideration, self-preservation. And here I'm talking about psychological safety. Because what the knot is concerned with is preserving the illusory self-safety, because the idea of safety is based on what it knows, on the predictable, on the familiar. Which is why every movement that is beyond the familiar is so challenging for many. Coming out of the comfort zone is very challenging for many. And simply because of that. Because ego cannot live in the unknown. And the unknown is life. And the unknown is love. Ego wants to have certainty. It negotiates its way to certainty. That's why everyone is clashing with life and cause themselves drama, because life is the unknown. It's the mystery. And you can't predict the mystery. Impossible. You can only learn to live with the mystery. You can only make yourself comfortable in the unknown. So, coming back to our note. So, the self. No flow, or very little flow is happening. And life is all of that. All space is life. So see, you're reducing yourself to that little point in time and space where life is all that vastness that is surrounding you. The closest example that I can give you is space. All of that is life. And you reduced yourself to that little knot, and you miss the whole potentiality that exists. The whole unlimited field of possibilities you simply miss by staying contracted in the tight shell of your fear and insecurity, governed by illusory sense of control. So imagine now we are undoing the knot. Undoing the knot. Slowly, gently, or not so gently. However way you love it. We are undoing the knot. See? You're coming out. And then suddenly there is spaciousness. Life starts flowing through you. Yeah? It's a very simplistic example. The more open you are, the more life flows through you. The more open you are, the more expansive you are. See, where mystics live in that space, in a complete open space. They undone the knot, or they have been undone by love, by life. And that flow is everything. The flow of life is everything. I'll give you any area of your life where there is drama, or where there is difficulty or challenge, love life, your house, money. That all depends on the tightness of the knot, because there is no flow somewhere. You are stuck in the position. This is what I want, and this is what I don't want. That is a position. There is no wanting and no non-wanting. But if you're stuck in some particular position, then you create conflict with life. You create conflict with your partner. You create density in your body that will eventually cause tightness or illness. I'm talking about physical illness. The predominant part of physical illnesses is the lack of flow of life. Yourself makes your body sick. Can you hear that, please? Yourself makes you suffer in your relationship. Yourself makes you suffer in life. Yourself makes you suffer financially. It's all interlinked. There is no such thing that is spiritual that is separated from financial. It all comes back to the flow of life.